Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
And that's enough of that. Halloween is over after all. Well, not totally. I still have to share my October update to my NES Complete Collection Chronicles. So guys, welcome to my October update to my NES Complete Collection Chronicles, or as I secretly call it, the update that almost didn't happen because I personally didn't pick up anything in October. I couldn't find anything. And if it wasn't for the kindness from some of my followers over YouTube and Facebook, and Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, I wouldn't have anything to show you this month. But thankfully, there's some amazing people out there that care enough about what I'm doing, trying to collect my complete collection, that they're willing, sometimes they'll find out they have a game that I need, and they're willing to ship it along, and I really, really appreciate that, guys. That means the world to me. The first game I got is from someone that you've heard me talk about a lot here on this, videos. Actually, when I do complete my collection, there's probably going to be an asterisk right by the side of it that says, Michael B, the Game Genie, Complete NES Collection, asterisk, got most of it from his buddy Matt, aka McFly 3077. So Matt was kind enough, he found another game I needed, decided to send it along. Matt sent along a letter, of course, which I'm going to read to you now. Hey Mike, I know this game isn't much, but I'm glad I can help you. Get one step closer. I live vicariously through you, sir. Haha. Enjoy, my friend, Matt, aka McFly 3077. Matt, I really appreciate that, man. Like, you are a stellar dude. Thank you so much for sending me everything you've sent me. You've really helped a lot with what I'm doing here with my collection. It's really appreciated. So thanks, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything you've sent me, and thank you for being such a big part of me trying to complete my NES collection. I appreciate it. Anyways, this time around, Matt sent me a game that I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if it's not rare and valuable, but I don't know if it's necessarily common. And that's Archon. Well, what can I say about Archon? Archon's a very interesting game. It's chess, but done with mythical warriors. And you don't just absolutely battle. It kind of works a lot like if you played Godzilla on the NES, very similar to that. Basically, you move your chess pieces, and when two characters overlap on the board, they go into a battle mode where the two characters battle it out. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really read up on the instructions. I don't really know how to play this, so I got absolutely slaughtered while filming footage for this video, so don't judge me, but I'm not very good at Archon yet. Anyways, I love chess. It seems like a very cool idea, so I'm interested in playing this one a little bit more. The next set of games is actually from a fellow complete collector. Recently, I got in contact with a guy by the name of Will Santana Films, and he wrote me and he said, hey, I'm thinking about doing something along the lines of collecting a complete TurboGrafx 16 collection, and I was really inspired by your NES Complete Collection Chronicles. So anyways, I talked to him for a little bit, we got to know each other. Will's a really super nice guy. We share a very common interest in Chris Bucci, Turbo Views, one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Anyways, through the process, I ended up appearing in his first ever episode of his Complete TurboGrafx 16 Collection Chronicles. So, you know what, I actually collected the TurboGrafx too, so it was an honor to take part in that. So thank you very much, Will, for asking me, and the fact that you say I inspired you with this, that it's kind of strange because it's just a little something I do, but it's really cool and it means the world to me. Anyways, Will also said, I want to send you a couple games to help you out with your collection, and Will, it's extremely appreciated, man. Anyways, I'll show you what Will sent me. First up is a Tengen game that I didn't have. It's amazing. Every time I think I have all the Tengen games, guess what? I don't. Well, I'm one step closer. I won't say I'm finished and complete on my Tengen collection yet, because I obviously am not. But I picked up Roadrunner, so thanks a lot, Will. Roadrunner's not actually a bad game. It's not anything spectacular, but you play as the Roadrunner. The one thing that kind of bothers me is that you don't run to the right, you actually run to the left in all the stages. But it's kind of cool. You run through a little maze and pattern, and the whole time Wile E. Coyote is following you and trying to catch you. Overall, it's a fun little game. Is it masterful? No, not by any means, but you know what? It's actually good, and it's something I can see myself playing again and again. So good job, Tengen. Next up is an arcade classic brought to the NES by HAL Laboratories. Millipede. Well, it's Millipede. I mean, it's basically the arcade game ported to the NES. It's a pretty good job. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the Millipede arcade game, and I'm gonna get slaughtered here, but I'm actually not a fan of the older style arcade games. Like, sure, Pac-Man's fun, Donkey Kong's fun, Asteroids and all that, but there's not a lot to them. I'm more of a side-scrolling platformer guy. Don't crucify me, but that's my jam. Anyways, it's cool to have Millipede, but it's not a game I'll put a ton of time into. For a quick pick-up and play game, absolutely, it's a lot of fun, but not something that I'm going to really get into. And last up from Will was a Color Dreams game that I absolutely knew nothing about, and I'm going to be honest, whenever I see these unlicensed games, I don't have a history of the unlicensed games, I don't know a ton about them, I don't have a lot of faith that they're going to be very good. But this one surprised me a little bit. Metal Fighter. Yeah, I've got to say, Metal Fighter was a surprise. I didn't expect much. I expected it to be very plain and basic, and you know what? It actually has some filler to it. I mean, you basically play in this side-scrolling shmup where you play as kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, kind of like Robotech, the mech suit. And as you go along, you collect power-ups, you can eventually fly. Very fun from what I've played so far. The boss battle is as far as I got in the first stage when I played through it, and that was really well done. Graphically, it's pretty good. Overall, Metal Fighter's a really fun game, and one I'm glad I didn't overlook. So guys, for those of you who've been following along at home, that's 4 new games. Last time I was at 616 NES games, which brings my total to 620 NES games. This would have been an abysmal month. I wouldn't have had anything to show you if it wasn't for the kindness of people out there in YouTube and Facebook and Instagram land. But, you know what, the kindness doesn't end there. That may be all the new games I have to add in my collection, but I do have some other NES stuff to show you. I got contacted by a guy over my Facebook page by the name of Stephen West. Stephen was very gracious, and he asked if I wanted a couple things. Actually, they were video game boxes, well, Nintendo boxes for games that I have, but I didn't have complete. So I'm going to show you what he gave me right now. First up is he gave me the box for Tecmo Bowl. Isn't that awesome? Tecmo Bowl is, sure, it's a sports game, but it's probably one of the best sports games ever made, and one of the coolest sports games on the NES. So that's very cool to have. Actually, when I showed the picture up on Facebook and Instagram, most people said, forget about everything else, I just want that Tecmo Bowl box. But next up is probably the item I'm the most excited about. You guys know I'm a huge Legend of Zelda collector, and I have everything Legend of Zelda still complete in box ever since I was a kid. Bought everything new, still have it complete in box, and whatever I missed up on I went and picked up. The one thing I was still missing was the box to the original Legend of Zelda, and Steven was kind enough to send one along, so that's awesome. I don't have the manual or anything else like that, just the box, but you know what? Just having this iconic piece of history in my collection, that's enough, man. Steven, thank you so much. He sent me some other stuff that, not Nintendo related, so I'll show you in another video, but that's really cool. Funny story, actually, I got a package from Weekend Game Guide the other day, which you'll see in my November pickup, and it goes along with this. So, that's almost it, but then again, I can't stop there because there's other news to announce as well. Recently, I was nominated for YouTuber of the Month by my friend the Sega channel. Tyler won last month, and congratulations, he totally deserves it. He's got an awesome channel. I know this is my NES Complete Collection Chronicles, and I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, but I'm also a big Sega fan, so I love his channel, I love what he does. So he nominated me for YouTuber of the Month. I've already won YouTuber of the Month, So, you know, I kind of feel a little bit strange about being nominated again and the chance of being a second winner, but you know what? I guess if it's in the rules that you can win more than once, sure, you know, great. And if you guys want to go vote for me or go check out the video, feel free to do so. I'll post a link below. It's hosted by my friends the 16-Bit Brothers, who are an amazing channel themselves. So beyond anything else, if you want to go check them out, that'd be a cool thing to do. So you can go vote, but check out the 16-Bit Brothers too. The other thing too is there's other great channels that are nominated. One of my heroes I mentioned earlier, one of the first YouTube channels I even watched, Spida1A or Chris Bucci Turbo Views, he's also nominated this month. So if you don't want to see me win a second time, and you know I'm totally cool with that, go pass a vote for him. The other person that's nominated that I know really well is my friend Corey Carlson, and Corey does My Life in Gaming, which is an amazing channel. Some of the best production value out there, so maybe you want to throw him a vote too. Anyways guys, I guess that's everything now this month. Thank you so much everybody for the kindness you've shown me, whether it's sending me games, sending me boxes, nominating me for YouTuber of the Month. Your kindness makes me want to keep doing this. I tell you that. It makes it so enjoyable, so thank you very much. Anyways, this is Michael B. the Game Genie, and I'll talk to you next time. Dun 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 dun.